up, everybody? Today I just wanted to talk to you guys, kind of review pretty much what's become my main hilt now. I got this one a while back ago. I bought a Saberforge Ronin. To start things off, I did what most people recommend, and I went to Saberforge's Etsy site. So if you want to get a Saberforge hilt, I suggest going there because they're fairly notorious for the wait times for their hilts. I'm not trying to talk down, talk trash. It's just a reputation that they have. So I followed the advice of most people, and I went to their Etsy and I got my hilt like 2 weeks. I ordered the Ronin empty with an extension on it so that I could get a full 16-inch. The cool thing about this hilt is this was designed for Saber Legion, with Saber Legionnaires in mind. 16 inches. Suba is up to code, 3-inch diameter, all that. It's a beautiful hilt. The grip is great. Those of you who are familiar with the Ronin, you'll notice that's not where the buttons go. I'll get into that a little bit later. But it's basically 3 separate sections and a Suba section that all screw together. When it first comes in, they had it like locked together, except for the bottom section, which was an extension, which is basically a third piece of the setup that you could add on whenever you wanted to. I bought it empty, and originally I just took an LED out of one of my other sabers and was using it, and light was not bright. But I would put the LED in at the bottom and use a kill switch to turn it on, because I sat my blade in from basically all the way down to about right here on the hilt. So that was like a good 8-9 inches, I believe. And it created an amazing feel on it. I had a custom blade for it, but again, the light was horrible. That was something I wanted to get fixed. This is the second part of my review. This is about the Ronin, but the work that I had done to the Ronin. My friend Geoff Birch did work on this for me. He did a great job. Basically, like I was talking about, I wanted my blade seated in deep. The original setup with this section up at the top, this is where the buttons go. The blade, or the LED, would screw in about right there. So it would sit in about maybe 2 or 3 inches, which I don't like the feel of that ever since having a deep-seated blade. So what he set up was me being able to sit my blade in that deep, about 6-7 inches still, and still have a beautiful
time for the Jedi to end.
fully functional LED on that. He fixed it up with full sound, profile changing. Alright, there's 3 profiles on it. He built it out with, I ordered the parts for Nano Biscotti. Now, the chassis for Saberforge were hard to come by right now. They seem to be out of stock everywhere, so he did a great job, though, of cleaning up the wiring and just Velcroing it on, hot gluing it on. Super clean job there, despite me not having a chassis at all. And the cool thing here is the extension would normally go on the bottom. He swapped the pieces around. He took apart basically the hilt, put the extension essentially on top. Now, for those of you who might want to do this, keep in mind he had to sand down the inside because it wasn't made for the blade to go into that section. He had to sand it down so that it would actually fit the blade into it. Not huge amount, but that's something he told me he had to do. He has the LED sitting down about halfway, and there's a tournament coming up for the Penguins soon where it's a 12.5-inch hilt max size. The thing I discovered I could do is this, essentially the top is now my extension, and I can just screw the Suba in, since the Suba is where the blade screws into. And now I have a short hilt for the times that, like at that Penguin Saber Academy tournament where I need a shorter hilt, or if I felt like going one-handed with a shorter hilt, I still have a fully functional blade or saber. Shorter, still sits in decently. Still has a nice feel to it. Those of you who saw my video earlier, you know I was super excited about this saber. I mean, he did this in work in just a day, maybe two. And the kicker is he threw in creating me a custom blade for it, because it sits in about 6-7 inches. He made me a custom blade that's about 42 inches to sit in and still have my length. So, dude, Geoff, you're awesome. Thank you, man. I had to share this work with everybody. Had to share what I thought about it. I fought with it on Thursday. It held up. No hiccups, no issues with the sound cutting out or turning on and off or anything. It was rocking. I was kicking butt with it. It felt amazing. So, the Saberforge Ronin, awesome hilt. Geoff Birch, awesome work with the insides. Awesome. The blade held up too. Awesome work with the blade. He told me he wanted to know how this blade held up. It held up phenomenally. You know, I was going full ham on it. I did a 1 minute non-stop sparring, and I was just swinging away with it, and it felt beautiful. The weight is beautifully balanced. So, let me know what you guys think. What you guys think of the Saberforge Ronin. What kind of board you would want to put into this, what kind of LED you would want to put into it, and whether or not you'd want to fight with it with the full 16-inch or with the shorty, no extension. All right, until then, I'll catch you guys later.